Fernando, what do you think of that new Jarius Wright receiver we got?
What I'm confused about is why did it take so long to get him in the games? Smelligs.
That's a very good point.
The fuck.
Pride, purple pride, purple pride, purple pride.
The Pride Report with Fernando Jackson.
Vikings coming off a 34-24 victory over the Detroit Lions. Christian Ponder was able to surpass his passing yards from the first game.
He did everything we asked of him in last week's episode.
And they went, especially the second play of the game, or the second pass of the game for Ponder, 54 yards to Jarius Wright. He had 5 yards passing before that, so he had 59 after those two plays, 4 less yards than what he got last week.
Yeah, almost surpassing last week.
So Jarius Wright showed up. Vikings got a penalty down there. Ponder eventually found Wright in the end zone for, I believe, a 7-yarder maybe. Put the Vikings up 7-0, and they never trailed in this game.
No, they didn't. They
kept the lead, and
they kept their foot on the pedal too. They kept going with Adrian, and a few more field goals than you would like. But
not a lot of Adrian in the first half, but if you're going to limit Adrian's carries by half, you limit them in the first half. Yeah, you save them. And look what happened at the end. 61. Okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, it was nothing really in the middle quarters though.
No,
it was just a field goal in the second.
We're still getting ahead of ourselves. Blair Walsh would add a 48-yard field goal. Detroit got a field goal. Blair Walsh another field goal. 16-3 at the half. Yeah. Vikings defense stopping the run. And Calvin Johnson, he had a lot of catches, 12 catches for 207 yards.
We held him in the first half to really nothing. I think
really
it was 30-something.
They held Adrian to nothing, too. Adrian had 39 yards.
Both the stars showed up in the second.
They did. And third quarter, we had another field goal in there. Vikings got close there. And that was when Rudolph caught a 20-yard touchdown pass.
That was a nice
move around the corner. Good block by the receiver downfield.
Yep.
Vikings take a lead. 2-point conversion, AP up the middle. No doubt about it. He slammed his way in. And then that 60-yard run, I mean, he kept getting chunks against Detroit.
Yeah, especially in the end.
And it was at the end. Yeah, he had 27 carries.
That's what you want
I think
him.
We said 20 to 25. We got 27 carries today.
We got more than we wanted.
That is what I wanted. And Christian Ponder, 24 of 32, 221 yards.
Managing the game.
His first game against Detroit, he had 111 yards. And then that one game, he had 59 and then 63. Those 3 games together equal up to and they still go 2-2 in Ponder's bad games.
You gotta love this going into the bye week.
And Percy didn't have to play. Percy got another week off. Heal up that ankle.
Healthy.
Yeah, get him extra healthy. Week off for the Bears. Coming up, Bears are playing right now as we're recording our Pride Report, so we don't know how they're going to do. They're probably going to lose.
It'll be a tough game.
It'll be a tough one. The Vikings will go into the next 3 games at Chicago, at Green Bay, home to Chicago, and then I think we got the Rams away and the Texans away, and then another home one against the Packers. It's going to be a tough game. They need to finish like they played in this game.
You got to watch this game.
No mistakes. No mistakes. That's it. Don't turn the ball over. And against the Chicago Bears,
that's what they've been living on all year is turnovers. So that's the biggest. You're exactly right. You can't turn the ball over. You can't help them out.
Chicago Bears have we can't give them any turnovers. We have to, and if we do, our defense has to match. We need to play. You got to match it up with Chicago in mistakes.
Exactly. Yes.
Because Chicago lives off mistakes, but they make a lot of mistakes for the other team.
Yep, yeah, they're living and dying by their defense.
Jay Cutler isn't doing shit. It's all the defense. That's why Vikings need to put more pressure. They don't get enough pressure on the quarterback.
Late in the game, I would have liked to see more pressure.
They had a couple sacks in this game against Detroit, but a lot of times it was Matthew Stafford losing his footing, kind of couple lucky sacks.
Yeah.
But we got a nice to see an interception. Chad Greenway had a great first half.
Yep.
I think they started going away from him after that because I didn't see much of him, and I think that's because he was doing his job.
Yep.
But Vikings hold on. Coming up against the Bears, I mean, it's at Chicago, I get that, but they got a whole week off to prepare.
Hopefully
Adrian is running wild.
I was going to say, hopefully it's a bad day, like snow,
slop,
rain.
Yeah, we're getting in November.
He is perfect for
Give it to Adrian, and Percy will be back healthy. Maybe they got Jarius Wright to go deep.
Yep.
We won't be on next week with the Vikings being by. That means we're by.
Yeah.
So I will pick the Vikings next week. Depending on the weather, it's a noon kickoff, I believe, in Chicago. I will take the Vikings 17-9.
Yeah, I'll stick with it too. I'll take the momentum going into the bye and coming out. We'll have 2 weeks to watch video on them.
They're watching the game
Today's
probably
game,
right now tonight. They'll watch the game
and
next
then,
week.
Yep. So study hard.
And while we
get that
just
victory.
handled Detroit easily, hopefully Detroit shows up to play because they're playing the Packers next week.
That's right. Yeah, we could use that. They're a game ahead of us.
Fuck you, Green Bay. Fuck you, Chicago. Vikings aren't dead yet. 6-4, 6 games to go. Plenty of football left in this 2012 season. Make sure you check us out at purplepridepod.com. We're also on thevikingship.net. That'll do it. I'm Fernando. He's Smellings. Vikings 6-4. Plenty of wins in the future. Purple Pride.